Prosperity begins when you allow yourself.
There comes a moment in life when the problem is no longer the lack of money. There are times when money almost reaches you, but something invisible seems to prevent it from staying, as if there were a door inside that opens and closes on its own, and no one ever taught how to keep it open. And the strangest part is this: it's not a lack of work, it's not a lack of effort, it's not a lack of ability. Everything possible is done. Attempts are made, responsibilities are carried. And still, life stays in almost mode, almost enough, almost better, almost relief, almost works out. And when a chance appears, a help, unexpected money, it disappears too quickly, as if prosperity passed through but found no place to remain. Here's a truth few people dare to face. The block is not only outside. Sometimes it lives in the way survival was learned, in the fear called prudence, in the guilt called humility, in the insecurity called being realistic. And what if today were the day something shifts? Not by magic, not by empty promises, but through a deep internal adjustment, a silent alignment between the inner world and abundance. Because there is a kind of prosperity that is not born from effort. It is born from permission. And this permission is not shouted. It is declared inwardly. Stay until the end. Do not skip. Do not rush. Because the words heard at the end may be exactly the turning point that was missing. Breathe and step into this moment. If this message resonates, leave a like, subscribe, and write a simple phrase in the comments. I receive with peace. This is not for the speaker. It is for the inner system. A clear signal to the subconscious. Resistance to good has ended. The story of someone who almost gave up. There is a story worth telling, briefly, about someone who lived for years in a silent financial war. A person who did everything right, worked hard, showed up early, stayed responsible, never careless, and yet carried a strange sensation. Money never stayed. When it arrived, it paid debt. When it remained, an emergency appeared. When hope surfaced, reality struck hard. One day, in the middle of yet another bill, a sentence escaped, and everything shifted, not beautifully, but truthfully. I wasn't made to have much. I just want to survive in peace. That moment mattered more than it seemed. Without realizing it, an internal agreement with scarcity was signed, not out of malice, out of exhaustion, out of fear of disappointment, out of the pain of loss, and the mind, trying to protect, began to repeat, "Don't dream too big, it hurts. Don't try too much, you'll fall. Don't grow, growth brings problems." Until one day, something simple happened. A weak request was replaced with a strong permission, and that is what happens now. Prayer, God of life, higher power, universe that sustains all things. This moment is entered with an open heart and a mind tired of repeating the same cycle. Refusal begins now. No more living trapped in almost. No more living afraid of tomorrow. No more carrying the belief that prosperity is reserved for others. Today is a return to dignity, a return to truth, a return to identity. This life is not an error, not a punishment, not a broken destiny. Worthiness is present here. Breath is allowed without tightness. Finances are faced without fear. Debts are honored, and growth still happens. Higher power, remove the guilt that sabotages. Remove the belief that wealth is dangerous. Remove the fear of prospering and losing it later. Release begins now. The invisible weight that causes inner surrender, even when the outer face smiles, is lifted. Every mindset that says, it won't work, it's not allowed, it's not for me, loses authority. No more emotional crumbs. No more financial crumbs. No more living at the edge. A firm declaration rises now. I receive prosperity with peace. I receive money with honor. I receive what is mine without guilt. Doors are permitted to open. Right opportunities are permitted to find their way. Contracts, clients, ideas, and paths begin to organize naturally. Life is invited to surprise. The impossible begins to move. What was stuck loosens. What was hidden comes into view. Light replaces confusion. Clarity replaces fear. Discipline replaces anxiety. Emotional intelligence replaces impulse. What arrives is no longer wasted. What is good is no longer rejected. Growth is no longer avoided. Because abundance is not just possession. Abundance is sustainability. Readiness is declared now. Ready to hold money. Ready to hold prosperity. Ready to hold a larger life. Every resource arrives with purpose, clean, fair. As response, value is recognized. Effort is rewarded. Talent is acknowledged. And more than receiving, capacity to maintain is restored. The repetition of scarcity breaks now. The cycle of pressure ends. The pattern of never enough is shut down. Higher power, where family lines lost, wisdom now builds. Where there was pain, peace is constructed. Where there was collapse, structure is formed. No inheritance of misery remains. Only strength, learning, and victory. From this moment on, this life becomes a safe place for prosperity. Prosperity may enter. Prosperity may remain. Prosperity may grow. Suspicion of good dissolves. Fear when life improves fades. Self-destruction of blessings ends. Prosperity is accepted as normal. Wealth is accepted as possible. Growth is accepted as destiny. The right places remember this name. Recommendations happen. Calls arrive. Selections are made. Finances organize with ease. Accounts resolve. Debts conclude. Abundance finds unexpected paths. Hands are blessed. Work is blessed. Choices are blessed. Income is blessed. And the final declaration stands, nothing blocks what is mine. Nothing holds my expansion. Nothing closes the door of abundance in my life. I receive, I sustain, I multiply, I prosper. Amen. So it is. It is done. Closing breathe and notice. Spoken with truth, this is not only prayer, it is an internal signature. Life changes when begging ends and permission begins. If this prayer truly resonated, write, I receive with peace, and allow this message to play again tomorrow. Not as dependence, but as reinforcement. Because prosperity is not an event, it is identity. And from today forward, there is no more asking. There is acceptance.